tier list time. We got 2000's horror movies. Let's get it started. Categories are: the best of the best will be in horror. Under that will be scary. Under that will be spooky. And the ones that are just barely any good or have no scares at all, or the ones that I think aren't that good, category you don't want to find yourself in, is just a mere boo. Okay, we got Dead Silence. If you haven't seen this one is about puppets. Okay, I actually like this one. So the story to this one it's about some lady. I don't know if she creates puppets or she has a thing about puppets. She tries to scare you with her puppets or whatever. The thing is, if you scream as she tries to scare you, she cuts your tongue off. The opening scene with the girl and the guy in their house, and they get a knock on the door, and they open the door, it's a box. They open the box, it's a puppet. Okay, you kind of know where I'm going with this. They see the puppet, one of them dies. In the autopsy, they see that person's tongue got cut out. But anyways, the end, it's a twist ending at the end. It's really good. Just stay tuned for that part. That part was twist ending. Dead Silence. I bring this one as scary. The Ring. You see a videotape, you watch it, it's about a minute or two long. You watch the whole thing completely, the video stops. Your phone rings, your cell phone. If you're in a hotel room, the hotel phone rings. You get a voice on the phone. Someone tells you have 7 days to live. After the 7 days, you die. This one was a good movie. It scared a lot of people. It's a good movie to me, but it didn't scare me. Then they made sequels, The Ring 2. The Ring 2 was not as good as the first one. And then the third one, it was just called Rings. That was worse. So if you ever watch any of the Ring movies, just watch the first one. You don't need to watch The Ring 2 or Rings. Man, that trippy part at the end when she crawls out of the television. You think the movie's over after she saves her in the well, and after that it goes back to the guy's apartment or wherever he lives at. You think the movie's over by then. Okay, she saved the day. She saved the little girl, and the little girl crawls out of the TV all muddy and sweaty with all that muck on her. That was a little creepy. Putting The Ring right there next to Dead Silence. The Belko Experiment. You probably never heard of this movie. It's kind of like Saw, but different. So in this one, it's a group of like 100 people. They're inside an office building. And then as they're working their normal jobs, they get a message from the intercom. And the message was from some dude saying, you all have, I think it was 10 minutes to kill 30 people in the building. And if you don't do it within those 10 minutes, we will randomly kill 30 people in the building. So all the people in the building, the 100 people in the building, they have like chips inside their head that are set to explode. So the object was for the 100 people to kill 30 among them. If they choose not to, the people that are running the whole building will just kill 30 people randomly if they don't do it. And it gets crazier and crazier as the movie goes on. After that, they get another message. Okay, now you need to kill 10 more people. If you don't, we'll randomly kill 10 more people. It's crazy. I mean, you see the heads exploding and stuff. It's crazy. You know, like kind of like Saw, bloody and gory. Belko Experiment, it was good. I'm putting it in spooky. The Descent. Okay, now, The Descent was a good movie. I liked it a lot. Very bloody though. I mean, even the poster, if you see it, it's bloody. Okay, so this one is about a group of girls. They go inside a cave and they go spelunking, cave diving. I don't know what for. It's just their hobby. But as they're down there, they encounter these killing people, these mutants, monsters, whatever, that are after them. And they get hunted down one by one. There's just one girl that you think she's a good person, but then she ends up... She doesn't want to get killed by those mutants, but she ends up doing something that she loses the trust from the other girls, and she ends up getting what she deserves. She dies. This one was really good. I'm putting this one... Man, The Descent, I really like that one. I'm putting it right there with Scary. That one was really good. I don't know what streaming service it was. Paramount, Prime, Netflix, one of those. And I was scrolling, I saw there was a Descent 2. I didn't know that. As good as the first one was, I'm gonna watch The Descent 2. Maybe it's good. The Dawn of the Dead. This one was good. This one was there's a lot of zombie movies. It's not Land of the Dead. It's not Night of the Living Dead. It's Dawn of the Dead. This one, from the beginning, that's where the action starts. Some movies builds you up like you don't see anything good until like the first, like at least 20-25 minutes into the movie. This one starts right away, and it's awesome the way it starts. That one, the zombies go haywire, and then a group of survivors end up like they find the mall, and they enclose themselves inside the mall, and they lock down all the doors from the outside. And it's cool because they're inside the mall and they go into like the stores and they find weapons inside the stores. Like there's a sport utility stores. They use like hockey sticks and stuff. They go into all the stores and make weapons out of whatever they can find. Very gruesome. There's this part where there's a scene of a pregnant girl. Very gruesome scene. But it's a good movie. I think they even made a game off of it based on that. I don't know what the game was called, but it's for Xbox. But the same thing. The protagonist in the game, you're trapped inside a mall and you have to defend yourself from all the zombies. Dawn of the Dead was a good one. I'm putting it right there. And scary. American Psycho with Christian Bale. This one came out in 2000. This one was weird. Wasn't the original killer from the original Psycho, wasn't his name Norman Bates? Okay, so in this one, the dude's name is, I think, Patrick Bates. And in this one, it takes place in New York City. It's like a more modern take on Psycho. This one, a lot of people liked it. It has like a huge cult following. This one, not a movie I'll watch again, but it was good, but it wasn't great either. I don't know. It's either between spooky or just boo. I'll keep it in spooky just because it has a cult following. It wasn't great to me. It was just good. Jared Leto's in that movie. I didn't know that. Trick or Treat. This one is a good movie to watch every year around Halloween time, like in the week leading up to Halloween or on Halloween night. This one is about I think it was 3 or 4 different mini stories, and then at the end they all combine, and each one has little pieces from the other stories. It's a really good Halloween movie that me and my family watch it every year in October and on Halloween night after we're done trick-or-treating. That one, I'm putting it right there in scary. I mean, to me it wasn't scary. Maybe little kids find it scary, but I'm putting it in there because it's just as good as these 4 right here. It's a good movie. Trick or Treat. Saw later on this year they're supposed to release its 10th Saw movie, Saw X. There's still no trailer out. So far there's 9 Saw movies. Well, there's actually 7 Saw movies and then 2 spin-offs. 2 spin-offs that aren't called Saw, but they're still within the Saw franchise. But here we're just dealing with the first Saw. The first Saw was really good. I mean, the traps there were purely simple traps. It wasn't until Saw 2 and on where the traps get very complex and complicated. Okay, of all the Saw films, the original one is my favorite. The main Saw trap now was them trying to get out of that nasty ass bathroom. They have to cut off one of their legs to escape. One of them does do it. Saw, I'm putting it right there with scary. Orphan was really it was a good movie. This one, I mean, you look at the poster, it's a girl. The movie's called Orphan. You're thinking it's one of those movies that you're not gonna watch. You should watch it. It's a good movie. I'm putting this in horror. It's no supernatural stuff, no mutants, no monsters. It's just about this orphan little girl. Well, she's not really a little girl. This girl, she has something going on that makes her look a lot younger than her real age. She's like 30 some in reality, but with her condition makes her look a whole lot younger, like a little girl. She's an orphan. You know, she gets adopted by this family. Their family doesn't know of her condition. They think she's just a regular little girl. When she moves in with them, you know, she tries to seduce the dad and like provocative outfit and stuff. Things go bad. They start investigating, and then they eventually find out she isn't who she is. It's just a good movie. You need to watch it. The Strangers. This one came out around 2008 or 07, one of those. This was based on true events? I didn't know that. The Strangers was based on true events. I just saw that right now. Wow, that must have been creepy. Okay, so that one was about, I think this girl and the guy, I think they're in a cabin or some house out in the middle of nowhere. And then in the middle of the night, they just get attacked by these people. I think it was 3 people. A dude and 2 girls in like masks or like I think like bags over their heads. And the whole thing was creepy because like they get abducted, and then the whole theme of it, like, man, I can't believe that happened. The killers just show up at their doorstep for no reason, just to kill them. I mean, with no objective, just to terrorize them at night. That's basically the movie. What I just said. 2 people in a house, and then 3 other people in masks show up just to terrorize them and kill them. That was a true story based on true events. Okay, but as the movie, I'm putting it in spooky. It was a good movie. It wasn't great, but there you go. A tier list of 2000s movies. The best one overall of all these was Orphan. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a really good movie. None of them made it on Boo. These were all pretty good, except Orphan. Orphan was number 1. Maybe I'll make a part 2. Thanks for watching.